I started in this shop when I was 14 and a half, and I'm still here after 54 years. My name is Paul De Luca. I came from Italy when I was 10 years old, and I started my apprenticeship in this shop at Christmas 68. When I walked into the shop, my dad used to come for a haircut, and the gentleman spoke Italian. He was looking for an apprentice, and I didn't want to go to school, so I did everything possible to learn the job. After 3 weeks, I signed the apprenticeship papers, and that's how it all started. Yeah. I took it over from my old boss when I finished my 4th year apprenticeship, and everything went on from there. Yeah. We were on the land and the farms, and it was hard life, so we came to Australia as a family to start a whole new life because there was much more opportunity.
The start of a new life, half a world away.
Before I started my apprenticeship, I was selling papers at the Pulling-Gabba Five-Ways for pocket money and mowing lawns, and as a young migrant boy you had to help your mum and dad earn your own pocket money, and that was the normal thing you did. My brother was a painter, so I used to go on the weekends to help him do all the labouring jobs. I probably would have ended up being a painter or a mechanic. I wanted to be a mechanic as well. You're creating a style with every customer. You had to keep upgrading yourself all along to keep it up to the high standard. The changing of the styles and mullets and all that, so it's a cycle. That's what fashion is. Comes in, goes away, and then comes back again, yeah. When I started my apprenticeship, the haircuts were similar to what they are today. The short back and sides, blending and fades and beard trims, and the haircuts were 80 cents for an adult and 40 cents for pensioners. It's a massive change from that era to now. But that's with everything. As you grow up, you deal with changes as it happens, you know. When people walk in, they've got so much to relate to. It's got a lot of sport memorabilia that people appreciate. They can pick up any books. They've got all the history of Brisbane. Everyone that sits on the chair, they browse through and they love the old history of what the area used to look like in the old days. This one here is in 1968, it's outside our shop. The traffic was so small that people respect to slow down and let the people walk across, and that's what it used to look like before it got renovated. Nearly 8 years ago, the Mother Hospital, there was a hard time with the leasing manager. We lost 23 tenants in our block here because they wanted to put the rent up 100%, and I managed to survive, but it was a hard time where I didn't want to relocate. During the last 3 years now with COVID, it's been a very difficult time for all businesses.
Across Australia have been doing it tough.
So we had to go through the lockdowns, and people were hesitant of coming out.
Areas in Brisbane are deserted.
That would be the hardest one out of all the years I've been here, definitely. Obviously, it's been my life now. Interacting with people is a big thing. You turn up in the morning and you come alive by start talking to people, and that's a profession on its own. You become friends over the years, and they open up a lot more and they ask for your opinion. You build up a trust, yeah. 80% is all permanent clientele, and that's why you want to turn up every morning, and they're waiting at the door for you, and it gives you a lift for the day. And by the end of the day, you're tired, but you're not tired because you're satisfied. Come to work and you're happy and you share that with your clients automatically. It's not a job, it's an automatic. If you're happy, obviously you enjoy what you're doing. It helps you to practice your profession a lot better during the day, and then you go home to your wife and family, and if you had a happy day, it transferred to your private life when you go home. Yeah. A lot of guys, after a few years, they lose their passion for the trade, but I'm still lucky I've still got the passion for the professional, and I've got 4th generation coming to me now, so you've got a wonderful relationship. That keeps you driving as well, yeah. I think I'm one of the unique guys because most of them are retired or passed away or sold out. I'm the barber and businessman that's lasted this long. It's great satisfaction, yeah. It's been a good roller coaster, yeah. That's the history of me being a barber and stayed in one place all my working life. Yeah.